If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you to lecture 6 of this GATE electrical circuit series. Today I have taken 5 questions, question number 26 to question number 30. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions.
Okay, question number 26. So what they have asked in the figure shown in figure, find the value of the R is given. So for this type of questions, I always think that nodal is always a very powerful tool and very useful, and it is very healthy in case of time also. It will save some time. You can use any of the tools, but I will prefer to go by nodal. So for nodal, this is a node, this is a node, and let me take the voltage of this node is equal to V, and one node you have to take as a reference node. So this is my reference node, that is I have considered as ground. Okay, so if I apply the nodal conditions here, suppose here if I apply node, so nodal is, if you are considering this node, that means this node is at higher position and everything is coming out of it. You are considering this node, so this node is in top position. It has because you are considering it, so it became a big dada, so everything is coming out of it. So this current will come out of it. This voltage you already know what is the voltage, because it is already connected to a source. So from here to here it is 100 volts. So if I take node directly here, because I know node voltage here, I know node voltage here also, it is also 40. So the unknown node is here, V only. So let me write the equations for this node. So if I consider this node, so this become a big dada now, so everything should come out of it. So this is coming out of it. So I will write all the currents that are coming out of it. 1, 2, 3. So all current are outgoing. So summation of all outgoing currents will be equal to 0. That is KCL. Nodal is nothing but extension of KCL. So what will be the current? What is the voltage across this? This side V, this side 100 volt. So the current will be V minus 100. That is the voltage across this divided by 40. Then again, what will be this one? This one will be plus V by 2. And then this one will be equal to V minus 40 by 1. Sum of all this current is equal to 0. This minus this is equal to 0. So if you do this one, you will find the value of V. So I am not calculating it. You can find it. If you solve it, you will find V equal to 30. So now you take KCL. You take KVL. Nodal at either this point or this point to calculate R. Because you know the current of this branch, or this branch also it is known. So you can take anywhere. Suppose if I take here the nodal, if I take here the nodal, so current is coming from out of this branch, this current and this current. Okay, so all three currents I will add. So this one will be equal to 100 minus, what is V? V equal to 30 divided by 40, plus what will be this current, this branch current, this side is 100, this side is 40. So 100 minus 40 voltage across this divided by resistance is the current outgoing, and plus this outgoing current, but here it is incoming, they have given 10 amperes, so we will put minus 10, because in nodal I will consider always outgoing as a plus, because I consider this node as a big dada, so everything coming out of that is plus, or summation of all outgoing current is plus. So now you can easily do it. If you do it, then it implies R equal to 12. That is your option D. The figure shows the waveform of the current passing through the inductor of the resistance 1 ohm and inductance 2 Henry. The energy absorbed by the inductor in the first 4 seconds. The inductor itself is not an ideal inductor, because in that inductor itself there is a resistance passing through an inductor of resistance. That means the inductor itself has a resistance. So if I consider this is my inductor, so there is the internal resistance of the inductor, then the inductance. So this total is my inductor as per their given, on which 1 ohm pure inductor there should not be resistance, but as it is not a pure inductance, so these are given to us. The energy absorbed. So energy absorbed will be two energy. One will be energy absorbed in the inductor, and one will be energy absorbed in the resistance. So what is the absorbed in the resistance? That will not be recovered, because that will be heat. But once the energy that is flowing, that will be stored in the inductor, that can be recovered in later time. It is recoverable. So that's why we say the total power absorbed is 0. Because it can return that energy. It will store it, but it can return it. So let me see this one, this curve, that is the equation of that is the curve of, this one is the curve of current. So if I write the equation of current, what will be the equation from here to here? You can see it is a straight line. So straight line is this is a passing through origin, that is y equal to mx. So what is the m here? M is slope. Slope is this by this. So this is 6, this is 2. So 6 by 2, your slope is 3. So y equal to 3x. So y is here my I, this axis is I, and this is t. So I is equal to 3t, mx 3t. So for t is between 0 to 2 seconds.
and then if you go beyond 2 seconds, t is greater than 2, if you go, then your output current is fixed at 6 ampere, 6. So this is your I. Okay, if this is my I, then what is my voltage across the inductor? This is the current through the inductor. Inductor and resistance both same current is flowing, that is the same current. So what will be the voltage? Voltage we know VL equal to L di dt. So L they have given 2 Henry. So 2 into ddt, 2 into differentiation of this. So if you take differentiation of this, that is 3, then multiplied by 2, 2 into 3 is 6. You are getting it now, inductance is 2 and then ddt of this one. If you do differentiation, it will be 3, then it is 6. It is for t equal to between 0 to 2. Now if t is greater than 2, what is the differentiation of 6 is 0. So this is your voltage. Okay, then what is the power through the inductor? Power is equal to VL into IL. So if I write the equation of power, so what will be the power? Because they are asking energy. Energy you always remember power into hour. There is an easy way to remember energy equal to power into hour. Hour means not exactly hour, it depends on time. So but it is easy. Energy equal to power hour. Power hour, this there is a tuning. There is a proper tune. You can hear it. Power into hour. So that's why it becomes energy. So you can remember it in the power into hour. So VL into IL, 3t into 6, that is 18t. 40 is between 0 to 2. And then if you this is 0. So what is your energy stored in the inductor? If I calculate energy stored will be equal to power into hour. So if you add power into hour and then summation of all this. So power into hour. So you have to, that means integrate. You have to integrate that one. So from, you have to multiply every power into hour with respect to hour. That means you have to sum up all this. Because you don't exactly, it is not directly for, because it is varying with time. With time it is varying. So you multiply 18t with time dt, and then you are taking it from 0 to 2. Summation of all the energy stored. Dt is the very small interval. For very small interval, what is the energy stored? This. For the entire interval, what is the energy stored? So sum of all energy stored. This is power into hour. Hour is here dt. For small interval I have considered. And then I am summing up to get all the energy that is stored for 0 to 2. So it is 18t square by 2, 0 to 2. That is 9t square, 9 into 4. That is 36 joule. But 36 joule is not the energy stored by this coil, this inductor. This is the energy stored by the only ideal part. There is a resistance also. It will also store energy. So its energy is easy. What is the power of the resistance? So that is I square R. I is the same I that is flowing through L and R. So if you do it I square R, then it will be square. If you do it, then 9t square, 3t square, 9t square into R is 1 and 6 is 36 between 0 to 2 and then greater than 2. So again, what is the energy stored in that resistance part, small resistance? So you again do power into hour, 0 to 2, 9t square into dt plus 2 to, I think they have given in first 4 seconds. They have asked you what is the limit, first 4 seconds. So up to 4 seconds we will go because it was not having no limit. So that is 36 dt. So I think you can do it. 9t cube by 3. Then limit you put 0 to 2, 36t. Then you limit put 0 2 to 4. Upper limit, lower limit you can easily put. I am not showing it. Thus it will be 96 joule. Yeah, 96 joule. So it is 36 joule and it is 96 joule. The total energy that is absorbed by the inductor, this one, during this 4 seconds will be the inductor ideal in the ideal part of the inductor plus that in the resistance, that is energy that is absorbed by the resistance, that non-ideal part. So this total become my inductor. This is practical inductor where a resistance is also present and an ideal inductor is also present. So add this to 96 plus 36, then it will be 132 joule. We will go for question number 28. In the figure, the potential difference between the points P and Q. What is the potential difference between these two? So again, if I want to solve it, I can take nodal. So for nodal, let me consider one node, because I know the voltage of this one. This is 10 volts. So if I take this as a ground, this node becomes my ground node. And this is one node, that is Q node. This is one node, that is P node. So let me consider this voltage is Vp. Let me consider this power voltage is Vq. Now you can write the nodal for P and nodal for Q, and then you can solve it. It will easily come. So if I write the nodal for P, it will be Vp. Then what is the current flowing through this branch? All this plus this plus this, all this current will come. So what is this current? Vp minus this voltage 10 volt divided by 2 plus the current going through this branch is 2 ampere plus the current going through this branch, that is Vp, reference is always 0, so Vp minus 0 by 8, that is equal to 0. So if you solve it, you can solve it, you will find Vp equal to 24 by 5. Similarly for Q, if we write the nodal for Q, this was for nodal for P, then nodal at Q. Similarly this current will be VQ, because I am considering this node, so this node is at higher potential, so everything will come out of it. So VQ minus 10 divided by 4, and then plus this current will be VQ minus 0 by 6, reference is always 0, and then this current is, because it is, I always consider outgoing as a positive because it is incoming, so I will put a minus. So if you do this one, again you can solve it. This is VQ is equal to 54 by 5. So what is they are asking? They are asking VPQ, the potential difference between P and Q. So Vp minus VQ. 24 by 5 minus 54 by 5. So if you do it, it is minus 6 volt. Take care here. They are asking, you take care of this minus also, because they are asking between P and Q. So P is fast, so it is Vp minus VQ. So I think this is your option C. In the figure, the admittance value of the elements is in Siemens. Siemens means their admittance 1 by impedance. This branch is respectively. Find the value of I when a voltage of this is, when a voltage across the elements is the voltage across 3 are all given. You need to just find the current. So these are easy. This current I will be equal to summation of all these 3. So I will be equal to IR plus IL plus IC. So what is IR? E divided by IR, E divided by resistance, but here because it is admittance given, so you can directly multiply. 1 by R is already given, so it is 0.5 plus J0 means base 0. Then IL will be equal to again 10 angle 0 multiplied by, what is the angle? It is minus J 1.5 plus, because here it is no divide because it is not resistance, here it is conductance 1 by resistance, that is your admittance you can say if you consider impedance, and this is J.3. So you can do it in calculator using complex mode. So if you do it, finally you will get it 5 minus 12J. That is your option D. In the figure given below, the resistance, value of the resistance R. What is the value of the resistance R? So again you can do it, because this resistance, this current is given 2 ampere. So this is R. So you can find this voltage. What will be this voltage across this one? What will be the voltage from here to here? If I consider the voltage, what will be the VR, voltage across that R? I into R, 2R. Okay. So if it is a 2R, then you can calculate this current. What will be this current? This current, if I consider this current as I1, so what will be the value of I1? To know the voltage across this, voltage across is 2R divided by resistance is 10. So this is your current. Now you can apply here simple this one. This current, what will be this current? This current is I1 plus 2. This is I1 plus 2 ampere. And you can also calculate this current, because you know this voltage. So what will be this current? 100 minus this voltage. What is this voltage? 2R. This voltage, the VR, divided by 10 ohm. That is the current. That is should be equal to I1 plus 2. What is I1? 2R by 10 plus 2. I think now you can solve it. If you solve it, I am directly writing it again. Solve it, R equal to, you will get 20 ohm. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.